Hey everybody, welcome to our explanation for phenomenon number 17, the exploding soap. Now, before we get to our big question about how this is able to happen, we're going to answer a few smaller questions. So first, we have to think about what exactly is in soap. So Maya and Maddie are going to give you a little information here.
Hello everyone, thank you for joining us back at Just Girl Science. It's Maya here, and today I have my friend Maddie on our show.
Yay!
And thank you for joining us for part one of, we're going to tell you a bit about the soap explosion. So, Maddie, what is the fourth ingredient of the soap?
Water.
Yeah.
Whoa, surprising. So the soap has a lot of water. So
Yes.
Keep watching this video to learn about why that is so important for the explosion.
Bye!
Okay, so to continue learning about this, we need to also understand about how a microwave is able to work. So microwaves are actually invisible waves of energy. In the microwave, there is a device called the magnetron that generates these microwaves. And the microwaves are going to travel to the food compartment. And the microwaves are actually going to make food molecules vibrate. Now, it's not just food, but parts of the food containing water molecules. So here I'm showing you water at the atomic level, and you can see these little spheres, these circles, the red and the white. Those are representing water at an atomic level. It's important to get that for the next couple illustrations. So, the invisible microwaves are going to pull and push the water molecules. And what this does is actually makes them vibrate. So you can see here as the waves go by, they are making the water molecules bounce back and forth around and vibrate. Now, if we remember back when we learned about heat, when something heats up or vibrates, like here, the water, its molecules are going to move around more. And so on the right, you can see those circles bouncing around. Those are representing water molecules that have a lot of energy and they're moving around. And when that happens, that means that the water is actually heating up. So now back to our big question. Now, what exactly was that? So why does the soap explode and not melt in the microwave? So Maya and Maddie are going to explain the most important ingredient to cause the soap to explode.
Thank you for coming back to Girls Girl Science Part 2 of, we're going to tell you a little bit about the soap explosion.
Okay.
So for Part 2, we're going to be doing an experiment an experiment in an experiment, kind of. So this experiment is going to show the most important ingredient to cause the soap explode. So we're going to put a paper towel, it's just a regular paper towel, it's not wet or anything, in the microwave for 15 seconds.
All right, so let's see what happens.
And we're going to see what happens. Close it.
So your first impression might be that it is going to burn, right? You guys told me that earlier, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now that it's in there, so the next one we're going to do, it's covered in water. It's like full of water, and we're going to put that in the microwave. So now that this is out, is this hot at all, or did it burn?
It's not that hot.
So as you can see, there are absolutely no burn marks, and it's not hot. So now we're gonna try the wet one and put that in for 15 seconds. So I have a question. What do you think is gonna happen to the wet paper towel?
What are you guys seeing in the microwave? Anything happening?
Not exactly.
No, let's see.
Sorry. Is it?
It's too hot to touch?
Yeah.
So, Mads, what do you think? You think it's hot enough now?
Yeah.
Oh, it's too hot. Okay, so
It's
the
steaming.
wet paper towel is very warm in the microwave. The dry paper towel is totally fine. Okay, so keep watching the video to learn a little bit more about why the soap explodes.
Bye, everyone.
Okay, so here we have the three phases of water. You have a solid, which is ice. You have liquid water. Then you have on the right, you have water as a gas when it turns into water vapor or steam. So when the ice was put into the microwave in our initial video, in our original video, the ice melted. So it went from being a solid to being a liquid. Now, when water liquid vibrates enough, it turns to steam. So it goes from being a liquid into being a gas. So water turns to steam. And the steam pushes on the soap molecules that are in the soap, and they create bubbles. So you have here on the right where you have a bubble. Inside of that is going to be all of the gas version of water, the water vapor or the steam. They're going to push on the soap and they're going to create bubbles. Now, if you have more steam, you get more bubbles, and that's exactly what happens when the microwave is allowed to work on the water inside the soap, and it just creates all of these things, these bubbles. Now, steam also is used to do some other things, like popping a kernel of corn. So the steam pushes on the fiber inside of a popcorn kernel, making little bubbles that eventually cause the kernel to pop open. And so it looks very similar to what our soap looked like, because the water was turning into steam and pushing and making these little pockets of air. And that's what's happening inside the popcorn kernel. Okay, so to wrap it up, why does the soap explode and not melt in the microwave? Microwaves work by vibrating water molecules. Water in the soap turns to steam, and the steam creates lots and lots of bubbles in the soap. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you later.